Welcome back, and this is our Spotlight on City Neighborhoods segment, and I have Bob Clement with Neighborhood Services.
Linda.
And also, he has a guest. Go ahead and introduce your
I'd like
guest.
to introduce Jim Crawford, and he is the president of the Mountain View Neighborhood Association.
So we're going to talk about the Mountain View neighborhood. Start by telling us where that is.
It's located in the southwest portion of the city, Patterson Avenue on its northern border, 24th Street on its western border, the river on the south, and 10th Street on the east.
Now everybody's interested in the history, so what's the backstory on this neighborhood, Bob?
We are actually standing on the land that was once part of the Ferdinand Rohr farm, and in 1882 he subdivided 2,500 housing lots out of that land and actually created a street grid using the names of his family as the names of those streets, such as Ferdinand, Rohr, Chapman, and Campbell, which are still in use today. In 1888, he hooked up with the West End Development Corporation, and they decided to develop and market this neighborhood as an exclusive neighborhood for the Norfolk and Western executives to build their homes.
And Jim, you're involved with one of the neighborhood association here. Talk a little bit about that. What's the name of your group?
The Mountain View Neighborhood Association. We revived it about 5 years ago, and it's really been a successful neighborhood group.
And how often do you all meet?
We meet on the first Thursday of the month at 6:30 here at the Fishburne Mansion, or the city's Mountain View Recreation Center. I've always known this as Fishburne Mansion.
Yeah. And what kind of activities do you all do?
Well, we do quite a bit. We do a biannual neighborhood cleanup, working with the city, clean out the alleys and streets and everything. We, through a CDBG grant, distributed CFL bulbs to each home in the neighborhood for safety reasons and energy efficiency too, for like on their porch they could have a light that burned all night long. And we also have a litter abatement program centered around Vic Thomas Park and the Fishburne Mansion here and along our Gateway Corridor here at 13th Street. We have had open house tours to sort of showcase our old homes, historic homes, and we're going to host the Parks and Arts Festival August the 2nd.
The award-winning.
That's right.
That's right. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We're accumulating. The city is awards left and right.
Exactly.
And that's one of them.
It's going to be here on the front lawn of Mountain View.
It sounds like y'all are very involved in the community. What makes this community so special in your opinion?
Well, as Bob said, it was a premier neighborhood, and thus a part of our neighborhood is a historic district, and these old homes are, you just can't find them anymore. So that's key. We're also a gateway neighborhood, connecting Grandin and Raleigh Court and areas to the southwest to downtown. And I think this neighborhood is special because of its people. We have some great people, and we're having new families moving in, and we're seeing a neighborhood group come together and a whole neighborhood solidify, and I think will be a very strong neighborhood, a multicultural, multi-ethnic neighborhood.
And don't forget the easy access to the Greenway.
Yes.
It goes right.
Well, I missed that, but actually, the Greenway comes from Wasena into Vic Thomas Park, and which is a wonderful park, and comes up, and many people take a little back loop around through the neighborhood. It's fantastic. And we have Black Dog Salvage down right there at the Greenway also. So there's a lot. I know I'm leaving things out.
That's okay.
If somebody wanted more information about this neighborhood or neighborhoods in general, how do they get it?
We have a Facebook page, Mountain View Neighborhood Association.
And then the city website, roanokepa.gov/neighborhoods, where you can find a link to the Mountain View Neighborhood Association.
Great. Well, thank you so much for giving us those details, and it's very nice neighborhood.
It's nice being here.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.